My girlfriend lambasted me for not being ready to get married after 3 weeks of dating. I met a pretty rave girl at a Darren-style show and fell head over heels with her. 2 weeks later, after texting, we had our first date on January 3, 2025, and the vibes and connection were solidified. From that day on, we were together every hour for almost 3 weeks. We lived 20 minutes apart, so we took turns staying over at each other's places, and I would drive her to work each morning so she didn't have to take the trolley. I've been single for the past 2 years, and my last relationships lasted 5 and 8 years, respectively. I was cheated on both times, so it's tough for me to trust someone again and be vulnerable. However, with her, I believe she was my ride or die because of our deep conversations about our values and goals in life. We even came up with cute nicknames for each other. I was so happy when we agreed to make our relationship official together. We both shared our darkest secrets and trauma with each other. I told her things that no one else knew. Was fully committed. I wanted her more than anything. My love language is gift giving and acts of service, so I would cook for us, grocery shop, pay for food/dinner/drinks, Uber us to events, and even install a bidet at her apartment. She met my friends and said they were amazing compared to her past friend groups. One night, we were drinking and watching TV, and the conversation shifted to our commitment and how dedicated I was to her. So she said, "We should get married now." It wasn't jokingly or cutesy. It was dead-ass serious. I was taken aback because I care about this person, but we only just met, and it's too early even to consider that. I did my best to say, "No, I'm not ready yet, and I'm not going to say yes to something that I don't feel comfortable saying." So, because I was trying to avoid the situation, it was perceived as I don't want to. But she repeatedly said, "We should get married, why won't you marry me?" This was when I was berated and called condescending names because I didn't say what she wanted to hear. We woke up the following day, and after reminiscing about how much fun we had last night, I told her she called me some pretty hurtful things. She laughed and said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to." I have thick skin, so I brushed it off and gave her the benefit of the doubt. But a week later, it happened again, the same situation. We were drinking and having a great night, but she started saying, "We should get married again," and I reacted the same way. I told her, "No, I'm not ready yet." She fell asleep, and I silently left in the early morning. Once I got home, I texted her, saying, "I can't be with someone that berates me. I know my worth and won't let myself be abused again." Her reply was, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I understand where you're coming from. I know I can get very ugly sometimes, and it's my flaw. But I know I didn't mean anything to you." We had plans that morning to meet my friends and have a picnic at the park, but instead, I spent hours crying in bed. Eventually, I got up and met my friends at the park, where I told them everything. 6 hours after her last text, she texted me a sad, frowny face emoji. I told her I'd call her later. That night, we had an hour and 20-minute long phone call. During it, I probably talked for a combined 15 minutes. The main takeaway from the conversation was that she was sorry, but it was my fault since I bought the cider, and I should have known better because she's 5 feet 6 inches, 110 pounds, and I'm 6 feet 2 inches, 175 pounds, and that it was too high of alcohol content. I was also emasculated because of my actions since I was vocal about my feelings and emotions. I tried to express the need for boundaries, and she replied that boundaries are for animals and cattle. The conversation went from bad to worse. I couldn't believe my ears. There was no accountability for her actions or any remorse. The thing she said that I can't get out of my head is how she used my past trauma, the things I told her in confidence, to justify how my actions are irrational and that because I was hurt in the past, I shouldn't be so weak, and it's not like she was physically abusing me like my exes. It's been 5 days, and I haven't received a text or call from her. I've been a complete wreck. I can't eat, sleep, or do anything without thinking about her. I would have given her the world. We talked about traveling together and going to festivals. I told her about all the cute dates I had planned. I would have done anything for her because she is precisely who I envision myself being with, but it feels like I'm just another doormat to her. I've been struggling to process everything that's happened. I cared deeply about her and really believed in what we were building. Did I overreact by something she said while she was drunk? Should I text her or just walk away?